Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today we are trying a Gaia the Fierce Knight deck featuring a Rising Gaia and my boy Charging Gaia the First Knight. So, a Rising Gaia is from the new EX structure deck. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is tributed, you can special summon one Blackluster Soldier monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. And then when you ritual summon, you can banish it to summon a BLS, but we're not going to use that effect. We're only going to focus on the first two. So we can normal summon this guy at 2300 attack if our opponent controls more monsters than we do without tributing, which is really good. And then we can tribute him to summon Blackluster Soldier, Sacred Soldier, which is my BLS target in the deck. So the way we're going to be tributing a Rising Gaia is we have 3 Plasma Warrior Atom, we're just gonna call him Plasma Warrior. Cannot be normal summon or set, must special summon from your hand by tributing one level 7 or higher monster. So that's gonna be the Gaia. And then we also have Turret Warrior. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing one warrior type monster. And if you do, it gains attack equal to the tributed monster's original attack. So if you use Gaia, unsummoned, this is a 3500 beater, which is really good. So we're running 3 of them. Our other Gaia is Charging Gaia the First Knight. You can normal summon this guy without tributing, but his attack becomes 1900. However, when he's tributed for Turret Warrior, you gain the original attack, so you're still gonna have a 3500 beater no matter what. And also, when Gaia the Fierce Knight is tributed, you get to search a BLS from your deck. So what we're gonna do is we want to tribute this to search or BLS. After that, we're gonna tribute this guy to search. To special summon or Sacred Soldier. And the cool thing is that you can do that on a loop, sort of. So if you tribute this and you get to special summon Sacred Soldier can destroy a monster by battle, and then you get to add your Fierce Knight back. And then if he gets destroyed, you just tribute him all over, special summon this guy from the graveyard, and you just keep doing that. So what you're trying to do with this deck is just put a ton of big monsters in the field, activate beatdown, and end your opponent as quickly as possible. Plasma Warrior can also attack directly and deal half the damage of his attack, which is really good. The rest of the deck, we have 2 Gateway to Chaos, so we can search our Gaias. You can also search BLS, but we want to search that by tributing the Charging Gaia. So a really good card. I don't run any rituals, so the second effects doesn't really apply. And the rest of the engine is 3 World Legacy Clash, 1 enemy controller, and 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. Why not? Put the semi-limited brigade there. World Legacy Clash is super good in this deck because if you send your, for example, your Charging Gaia, you will get him back with full attack. You can also attack directly with Plasma Warrior first, deal a bunch of damage, and then on your second attack, if you have another monster, use the World Legacy Clash, bring your monster low enough so then you can finish him off with whatever other monster you have in the field. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a really fast deck. Someone during the stream on Friday mentioned I should try a deck like this out. I don't remember who you were, but thanks for the suggestion. It was a really fun deck, and let's go ahead and show you guys some gameplay. Alright, so here we have a Kaiba. So we're gonna have a nice soundtrack to listen to. We're going second. I prefer to go second because it's a really aggressive deck. We don't have a really good turn 1 play when we're not attacking. So going second is ideal. That way your opponent also has a monster, so you can just go for your Rising Gaia. We're gonna tribute a Ryzen, special summon the BLS, set or Treacherous Trap Hole. Flip-Flop Frog is going to return the Plasma Warrior, but my BLS destroying a monster by battle gives me my Rising Gaia back, and this is what I meant. We have the play set up again. Even if this guy gets destroyed, we'll be able to bring him back. So Keeper of the Dragon Magic is going to send Bacon Saber, add Neos Fusion. We're not too worried about this Brave Neos, because even with his beatdown, he's not going to be able to destroy our BLS. He only goes to 2900. Still goes for the attack, so we know he has a World Legacy Clash, and that's fine. we're forcing the World Legacy Clash. He's gonna destroy our BLS and we can get him back next turn. So it was actually ideal to be able to force the World Legacy. We pick up a Cosmic Cyclone, banish his other World Legacy Clash. Now we can summon Plasma Warrior, get our BLS back, activate Beatdown. Bacon Saber is gonna save him, but my BLS is gonna add back the Horizon Gaia yet again. So Keeper is going to special summon an Elemental Hero Neos, but he realizes that even with Neos Fusion, he can't have two big monsters on the field to have his beatdown be enough, and we get the scoop. And this was a really long duel against Fortune Ladies, and my opponent didn't have a good opening hand. They basically opened all their back row and no monsters, so I had to constantly, push through the back row because I only run the 2 Cosmic Cyclones. But there was a really cool end game interaction, and that's why I chose to save this one. So we're in Cosmic Cyclone, the middle one. We get rid of Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, which is whatever. Go for the attack, force an enemy controller. Didn't want to summon my Turret Warrior and then attack into a Drowning Mirror Force. So here I'm going to tribute to get a BLS, activate Beatdown. Go for it again, there's the Drowning Mirror Force. So at least at this point I have more of a hand, so I can afford to, force the Drowning. It's going to destroy my enemy controller. We get Gateway of Chaos. Go ahead and get a Horizon Gaia. Can't summon him because my opponent doesn't control a monster. So we hit him for 22. Galaxy Cyclone is going to destroy my Gateway, doesn't matter. Set a Tretch, go for the attack. There's the enemy controller. Normal summons a Fortune Lady Pass, so we're going to go ahead and Tretch that. Lady Light's going to special summon Fortune Lady Water. Another Gateway of Chaos. Let's search another Charging Gaia. Go for the attack. Didn't want to attack into a second Drowning Mirror Force, so we're going to wait. Now I'm going to flip my Charging Gaia to defense position. Go for the attack. The Regulation of Tribe cannot attack. But we're gaining all this card advantage, so we can just attack into this Drowning, which is fine. My opponent finally gets Fortune Lady Walling, Fortune Lady Water, and Fortune Lady Calling. So he's going to be able to go into Fortune Lady Every. You're about to see a big brain play. A couple of them actually. Now for my opponent. My opponent is going to play very passively. They don't want to attack into my back row, so they're just going to summon the Fortune Lady Every in defense position. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clash in the main phase, so she controls more monsters than I do, allowing me to summon a Horizon Gaia the first night. We're going to attribute that to summon BLS. And because of World Legacy Clash has the Charging Gaia banish, we're going to be able to activate BLS effect, banishing the Fortune Lady Every, go for the beatdown. We would have won either way, but that's another play that you can do, because we don't really have another way to trigger the Sacred Soldiers effect. So if your opponent doesn't banish your monsters, you have World Legacy Clash, and you can have it removed like that. Obviously you're not gonna get the monster back because he's not banished anymore, he goes straight to the grave. But when you're trying to push for game, it's worth it. This was a Triamid matchup, I think. Yeah, balanced Triamids, very strong. We have an okay hand. I mean, the big problem here is that if we're attacking the monsters, the King Golem is going to prevent us from activating anything. So we're gonna go Horizon Gaia. He's immediately going to get a King Golem on the field. I figure he was going to use Triamid Pulse, but he doesn't. Alright, Horizon Gaia is going to summon BLS. It's going to replace the King Golem for Cruise It. King Golem's going to special summon Dancer, and I'm trying to get rid of this Dancer because it's the only way. It's the only way he's going to be able to get rid of my monsters, right? If he gets big enough with the Dancer. So right here, he activates this before the damage step, and I think he's doing that so that he can activate the Dancer and get a King Golem on the field. So I have to chain to the Dancer's effect. I'm gonna chain the World Legacy Clash, and I'm just trying to get rid of this Dancer. That is my main objective. He's gonna be able to pay, and my BLS is going to be destroyed. But if I don't get rid of the Dancer, I'm gonna keep losing all my monsters. Space for the wall. Top deck's another Dancer, so it doesn't even matter. But luckily, he still can't get over my my Horizon Warrior. And look at this top deck. Cosmic Cyclone. We're gonna go for a big brain play right here. Horizon Gaia can be normal summoned with attributing because he controls 3 monsters to my 1. We're gonna go for beatdown. And remember, if we attack a monster, we cannot activate our effects because of the King Golem. So we're just gonna attack directly, reach the battle step, activate Cosmic Cyclone, get rid of the mirror wall. He's gonna take 18 to the face. He's down to 1200. So my Horizon Gaia can just attack over the attack position Dancer, and we get the win. That was Yami Yugi. We have Loomis and then Jack. Alright. To make sure all my audio is on. Hate when I record and then... Oh wait, your mic is off forehead. Alright, so Loomis is going second. We're just gonna summon Charging Gaia, set our back row. Magician's Rod. Oh, and this was this is kind of unfair for my opponent. This was one of those treacherous wins. We're now activate beatdown, go for the attack. We know the illusion magic was coming because he searched that. So now we're gonna wait for Magician's Navigation to activate. He summons 2 Dark Magicians, which we can destroy unless we activate Treacherous. He goes for Dark Magic Expanded, but in order to protect your spellcaster monsters, you need 3 of them. And he only has 2 on the field, so they get destroyed and we get the easy OTK. Double Charging Gaia for the win. I mean, Treacherous is broken, what can I say? And last, we have a Jack versus Jack. But that's what this deck wants to do. I mean, this deck wants to just push for game. If you can push through the back row and the monsters like that, or you know, you have your Cosmic Cyclones, you have your Legacy Clash, you have your Plasma Warrior to attack directly. Alright, we have Horizon Gaia and Charging Gaia, BLS. It kind of sucks when you open BLS because ideally you want to search him. But in this case, we're going to work it out since we top deck Plasma Warrior. So it's time to go for the easy OTK. Activate beatdown. Hit him for 18 directly. Attack the Thunder Warrior, World Legacy in the damage step. Easy 36 to the face, and we get the win. That's how explosive this deck is. Obviously, my opponent didn't have any back row, so that helps. But still, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you have such big monsters that can attack directly? The beatdown boost gets ridiculous. You barely saw my guy, you know, hit the field at 3,500. So yeah. Really fun deck. Again, I don't remember who suggested it, but thank you for the suggestion. It was super fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did playing it. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.